This presentation describes and presents my personal and professional growth as a curriculum developer, implementer, and assessor of learning stage by industrial technology in this semester. I've developed my teaching in industrial technology through understanding syllabus describe what is to be taught, my experience and my observation in the classroom of teaching and learning strategy, and also by referring to the sample unit of work used in the class activities. This is actually really a good opportunity for me to do the connection and to develop how project-based learning. As a curriculum developer in Stage 5 Industrial Technology, today I would like to share my teaching and learning strategy, which is supported by Gardner Multiple Intelligence, multiplication of lesson plan, which introduce high-order thinking and quality teaching model. Finally, I will present my personal professional development plan in a lifelong learning plan. In my lesson plan on Assignment 1, I attempted to employ Gardner's multiple intelligence by providing the teaching that enable student-centered learning approach and use a number of instructional techniques. By this doing, I hope I can care for different kinds of students such as kinesthetic, visual, verbal, and logical. Furthermore, I used ICT in the lesson to enhance the teaching and learning that make the lesson more challenging and give deep understanding of students' engagement. Thinking and learning with ICT will raise the achievement in classroom, and this approach is supported by Russian psychologist and educator Leung. However, my assignment feedback said the lesson plan is lack of challenging and deep understanding. Modification of lesson plan are essential, which provide high-order thinking. First of all, I would like to share how I modify the original plan by high-order thinking. Lessons involving high-order thinking skill require particular clarity of communication to reduce ambiguity and confusion and improve students' attitude about thinking tasks. Lesson plans should include models of thinking skills, examples of applied thinking, and adaptation for diverse student needs, scaffolding, which gives students support at the beginning of the lesson and gradually requires the students to operate independently, and help students develop high-order learning skill. Useful learning strategy, including rehearsal, elaboration, organization, and media cognition. Lessons should be specifically designed to teach specific learning strategy. Direct instruction should be used less. Presentation should be up to 5 minutes and coupled with guided practice to teach soft skills and knowledge. Feedback should provide immediately specific and corrective information that should inform learners of their progress. Regarding about group activities, it should keep in small and such as student discussion, peer tutoring, and cooperative learning should be effective in the development of thinking skill. Activities should involve this challenging task, teachers' encouragement to stay on task, and ongoing feedback about group progressions. In my lesson plan, I need to embed the details of all 3 dimensions of quality teaching framework, which is originally presented by New South Wales Department of Education and Training. They are intelligent quality, quality learning environment, and significance. Moreover, I need to choose the one of element in each dimension that I would like to implement in my lesson. I have no problem to achieve deep learning and deep understanding, but not high-order thinking. The challenge in the lesson plan is how I can encourage students with high-order thinking. Moreover, students can construct the learning with those techniques which are according to the quality teaching model. Actually, high order thinking is an umbrella where critical thinking and problem solving in under it. When I modified my lesson plan, I introduced 3 kinds of teaching strategy, which is under quality teaching framework. The first one is write instructional objectives. So you need to write it clear to the student, such as at the end of the lesson, students should be able to, or to do well on the next examination, the student should be able to. And the second strategy is use active learning in class. So I will give active learning exercise actually may address a variety of objectives. For example, I recall the material, and students and the teacher must be respond to the question. So when the questions are directed to the small group, most students will attempt to come up with answer, and the teachers will get as many response as he can. The last one is use the cooperative learning. So the first one is positive interdependent, and all the group members are obligated to rely on one another to achieve the goal. If any team member fails to do his part, everyone on the team suffers consequences. And the second important point is individual accountability. So every team members are held accountable both for doing their share of work and for understanding everything in the final product. The last strategies that I need to put in my lesson plan to do the modification is application of ICT. After examining the evidence-based research, I highly recommend to use technology such as ICT in the pedagogy. In TAS Stage 5, students can use the computer software such as P-Spice and Circuit Lab. To stimulate the electronic circuit before they actually do it, which can save times and materials. Furthermore, students can present their knowledge through documentaries, presentation, etc. after the activities with ICT. In the follow-up and reflection, I need to include issues that affect the capacity of a teacher to deliver the lesson. For example, the use of specific teaching aids such as laboratory kits, DC motor modules. Actually, the introduction of teaching aids can reinforce and strengthen the concept of engagement of students. Moreover, I need to write up prescriptive reflections such as individual differences and difficulty experienced in the lesson, and give suggestions for the next lesson. For the individual differences, I can find by observation and can teach a variety of differences. Moreover, I will arrange the students with learning difficulty to a group which is willing to accept differences and find common interests to get along with. Develop a personal teaching professional development plan is essential for me, as teaching is ongoing learning in my professional life. It gives me an opportunity to extend my learning through different processes, activities, and experience. Moreover, it is important for the support of the accreditation in the professional competency. In the period of achieving the accreditation as a proficiency teacher, I need to collect, evaluate, collate, and annotate the sample of words which demonstrate I meet the standard of Australian professional standard for teacher. Moreover, I aim my teaching from not authentic to somewhat authentic to fully authentic, as I know that study is long life learning. Authentic learning can encourage students' intrinsic curiosity to satisfy their need for inspired learning. Actually, the syllabus in industrial technology allows students to develop and understand the skills through engagement in creative and practical problem-solving activities. That's why my teaching is beyond classroom, and the project is real need in society. We aim my teaching is focused on the problem which is related to students' life or the topic is real in the society, so increase the employability of them. I believe it is essential for me to have a clear understanding of 3 dimensions in quality teaching model, which is developed by Nielsen World Model Study. In the long term, I plan to try lesson 3 the model and critically reflect on the success and continue to improve my teaching. I proposed to explore the opportunity to engage in the lesson study of industrial technology. This is professional development which helped me to become a good teacher with up-to-date knowledge and skill. Finally, I hope I can put it in practice all that I have learned and getting the experience and needs to become a competent teacher in the future. This is the end of my story, and thanks for your listening.